hacks that helped me to book the first 13 meetings. I booked personally about 30 meetings. Yan booked six more, seven more. So it's about like 20 meetings together, and we use these specific hacks, and that helped us, right? So before I can share more about this, I want you to know that, okay, there is no script that will work exactly for you. There has been three types of script that we have tried personally, and when we started with something like, "Hey, is this Yan? Okay, yes. Hey, Yan, I'll be honest with you. This is actually a sales call or cold call. Do you want to hang up or let me have 30 seconds and then decide?" It works for some people. They don't work as effectively consistently for me. But the one that I'm using right now, it's consistently working and giving the results that I'm looking for. So when you're starting cold calling, you need to understand, okay, for my personality, for my energy that I'm bringing on the calls, what type of cold calling script will work for me. So in this thing, I'll not share the exact script, but more about like what can you do to test it out and get to the position where you can find what's working for you and for your personality, so that you can get the most out of this of the sessions that you do in SMMA, right? The most important part is proper lead sourcing. If you don't know how to get the right the people that you want to call, like you will not get the results that you are looking for. And I'll give you a small example for that. Let's say like D7 Lead Finder, Phantom Buster, the two of the most common names out there, which gives you like thousands of leads in just for like $25 a month. Amazing, saves a lot of time. But just imagine there's like thousands of people in SMMA, probably hundreds of people actively cold calling, and who has no problem doing like 50 dials a day, 60 dials a day, 70 dials a day in your specific niche. And if all of you are using the same lead source and you're paying $25, you're getting 1,000 list of thousands. Now, you don't know the exact name of the homeowner, sorry, business owner. If you know the name of the business owner, it might not be the right name. If it is the right name, then you already have a number that has been called by other 50, other 60, other 100 other SMMA guys in the last 4 or 5 months, right? So when you go with the same offer or kind of a similar thing, because in SMMA, you cannot give them sales. In SMMA, you can only give them some estimates, right? You can take them as closer to the sale, and if the offer is kind of same packaged in the same way, then you will not be able to get more out of it if it's the same list of people that every one of you are pitching out to, right? So lead sourcing is the most important part. That's where exactly it starts. So what I would suggest is like you find the age range of the type of business that you want to work with. And age range as in like businesses that are open to growth. They have good word of mouth, they have a good reputation, but they need more consistent, predictable sources of income, right? They need more jobs that's under their control and not just relying on word of mouth. And that's ideally, depending on your niche, but it's ideally less than 20 years, right? If you find or call a business less than 20 years, 18 years, they will probably be in the range where they are looking for more business and in a predictable way. So what you offer can be possibly a good value boost in their business. So find that age range and type of business within that age range. And how to find that is you can just go to Facebook, search your niche. Let's say, like, for example, cleaning services. Go to Facebook, search cleaning services, and then go to the location, like the filter, search location, the city that you want to call, and then you'll find a list of business pages in Facebook. Click on every one of the business page, and then you'll find the phone numbers, and also make sure that they're active in the last 3 or 4 months. That means they're open to asking for more business, they're looking for more jobs, they're open to more possibilities, opportunities, but they might not have the expertise that you have, and that's where you can add some value there. So this is going to be a right fit. So yeah, you use Facebook for initial at least 500 lead generation, and that will be a good starting point. Then you can pay someone else once you at least close two deals with at least a setup fee of $200. Then you can have someone else do the same process for you. So I would deeply suggest, like, instead of just going in Phantom Buster D7 Lead Finder, because most people will try to sell you the affiliate links. And it's a good thing for them to, if you pay, and they will get paid as well, but it's not gonna be effective. I've tried myself, Ian has tried it himself, and it doesn't work always. It's less effective. That's what I would say. The process that I'm sharing with you, this is what I have done initially, and this takes a lot of effort, right? This takes a lot of time and discipline, and not every people has that. So if you can do that initially, and if you can at least use the process for the first 1,000, 2,000 list of businesses, then you will get businesses who are not being approached or pitched by other people, who can just get access to list of leads or phone numbers from like paying $25. Second is having the name of the business owner. It makes a big difference because let's say like your name is Max, right? If I call you and say, "Hey, is this Max?" You know that you don't know this person, right? You don't know my voice. This is the first time you're listening to me. But this person knows your name, so there must be something, or it's just subconscious curiosity that's big trigger, and that gives you the first 10 seconds to pitch the hook, right? And that hook, if it's good enough, and if you have delivered it properly, then it will give you the next 15 seconds. That will be the time that you will need for the pitch. So having the name of the business owner makes a big difference. I initially started without the name of the business owner. A lot of people will maybe like pull it off. A lot of the people I saw on YouTube actually does not even know the name of the business owner, and they can pull it off. Like for me, it personally doesn't work. So you can just try without the names, about like 100, 200 people without the names, and then have 200 names of business owner, call them, see the difference. Like it'll be a warm conversation. At least some curiosity will be there, and they will be more paying more attention to what you say. And then calling the right time. 200 calls a day for a week, 5 days, Monday to Friday. And then you will find out, okay, which day of the week, what time exactly in your niche, you got the most amount of pickup rates, right? See, the pickup rates is a very big thing. If you're doing 100 dials and then only 25 people picking up, that's 25%. But imagine if you're doing 100 dials, 40 of them picks up. It might not be a big difference right now if you think about it, but let's imagine out of 25, only 15 guys gives you 30 seconds, right? And you pitch them. And seven guys shows kind of interest and only two books a meeting when it's 25% pickup rates. Compared to when it's 40% pickup rates, maybe 25 of them gives you 30 seconds and then 12 of them listens to it. And then you can even like get four meetings out of that 100 call session, right? So it's a 200% increase or 100% increase in the results that you're generating. That same number of dials in the right time makes a big difference. And also like sometimes, for example, in the home service industry, if you're in the home service, most of us are. And that what I saw is like 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. is a really good time to call. So what you can do is like you can start calling at 11 a.m. and you will see like people are more receptive to business conversations, right? They mostly have started the day at 9 or 10, and then it already has been 1 hour of business talks, and they're seeing, okay, nothing is happening or something is happening. And then you call right with something that can grow their business. The entire day is ahead, and I think that's a good time to call. Now, having the right opening script. The opening script has to be relatable, but it has to be something that you feel comfortable using. I started with the most common thing in SMMA right now, I think it is like, hey, is this Max? Yes, Max. I'll be honest with you, this is actually a sales call. Do you want to hang up or let me have 30 seconds and then decide? Right? It helped me book at least four meetings, right? But it took a long time to get to those four meetings. I got a lot of positive responses, people saying that I love your approach, man. Keep doing what you're doing. It works. I got even that, right? It's a positive response, but it doesn't take me anywhere. Personally, it doesn't take me anywhere. So I had to change it. If it's working for you, try with this. Start with this, the most common thing, right? But start with this because it will make it easier for you to do the calls. When you are using this approach, it makes it easier for the next dial because anyways, you're going to tell them honestly that, you know what, you can just hang up the phone right now. So it makes you less anxious and you can keep dialing 100 numbers, 50 numbers, 70 numbers, 150 numbers in a single, like at a row. And you can just practice being rejected and not being affected by that rejection, right? And slowly the conversation will be more about the offer, not about you. Right? People will not reject you, but people will reject the offer or the opportunity. So it gives you a comfortable start. And once you have dialed about like 150 or 200, then you see, okay, has it been working good for me? If it's working good, you can keep improving the quality of delivery, and it can increase the responses as well, increase the results that you're getting. But if you see like it's not working as effective as I would like to be, and the definition of effective is like 100 calls done, one or two meetings booked, right? At least two meetings booked. I think that's a good start. If you're not getting to that position and you're not able to pitch at least 10 guys every day or even with five, seven guys every day with this approach, even after doing like 100 calls, it's not working. It is not working, right? So make sure you assess that only after 150 or 200 dials. And by then you will have the experience of having cold communication, like conversations with people you don't know. You've overcome the fear of cold calling, right? So that's the most important part. Now, make the offer or the copy of the offer focused on them and add a question to it. That's what I saw effects like. It has a positive effect because when it starts with a question, they usually tend to wait for the question to end. And subconsciously, we're all trained to answer questions. So it can be any answer, but they will give you an answer that can lead to a new objection handling, or you can decide to let it go, right? Or, of course, they will say, yeah, kind of interested. What is it about, right? Or then you can like take the conversation forward. So the offer copy can be something like this. Let's say like it's a cleaning service business. So you can say something like, hey, is this Max? Yeah. Cool. Hey, Max, this is Super this side. I found your number online on Facebook page. I had a quick question. You guys do deep cleaning, right? Yeah. Okay. All right. Perfect. Would you be, I had a quick question. I'm also working with cleaning services, right? So would you be open to receiving, let's say, something like 10 ready to estimate leads in the next month? And we only get paid like when you have given out the estimates. Stop there. Don't say anything else, just the question. Give them time to think. And then you will see, okay, is it a yes or no, or kind of maybe? And you can, like start building your script from there. Like it has to be your script. If you are using someone else's script, it's good, but it's not your script. So you not enjoy the process of cold calling. So start with something that's more common and then slowly build your own systems. Make it efficient. Ignore the gatekeepers initially because you don't know how to have the conversations good enough so that the gatekeepers can pass you through to the business owner. If they're gatekeepers, chances are that they have got a lot of sales calls, and that's the reason they have been put there so that people like you are not connected to the business owner, right? So initially, you're just starting out. You don't have the flow of conversation. You cannot build it. Even I cannot build it, right? So I don't even try to put my effort there. Just imagine if you're like talking to a gatekeeper for 3 minutes plus 1 minute to start dialing and ringing, and then they receive the call. So it's like 4 minutes of conversation, which leads to nowhere, zero productivity. And now in your entire session, you just had 10 gatekeepers and you talked with them for 4 minutes each, and now 40 minutes of your time is wasted. It did not lead to anything. And you felt like, okay, I've been doing calls for 3 hours now, but I did not book any appointments. How will you book appointments? 40 minutes out of the 3 hours was unproductive. So initially it's just a gatekeeper like, hey, this is Amanda. How can I help you? Amanda, you cannot help me, right? So just don't even talk to Amanda. So remember, initially, at least for the first 500, 600 calls, just look for business owners. Put more work before you start the cold calling sessions into Facebook lead sourcing, right? Make sure that you put those 40 minutes that you would talk to a gatekeeper, 40 minutes to an hour, you put that to find at least 30, 40, 50 more business pages, phone numbers, and the name of the business owners. Focus on the number of pitches done because the most important metric is how many people I pitched to and how many said yes and no. If you pitched like to 6 guys and one of them booked a meeting with you, one was kind of interested, and 4 were like, no, I'm not interested, or just hung up on you. That's normal, right? So now you have to focus on, okay, how can I pitch it to 12 people so that I can get 2 meetings? You can either do that by choosing a better time to call or changing the number to a local area code, or else you can dial more people, right? Double the number of dials that you've done, and then you can get to the result that you're looking for. And also the people who are just kind of interested, instead of just giving up on them, you can work on a script that can convert them to actual meetings booked. So yeah, you can work on things like that once you've got some results. But the more important part is that you have to pitch to enough people so that you can get enough rejections and get to the final yes. Role plays with a partner, the most important part, which will give you confidence and clarity on what to say, how to say it, when to say, and how does it feel before even it's like a market research done. Uh, if you don't have an accountability partner, then you can just be a part of our accountability group, which we have for SMMA owners, and it's very private. It's not for everyone, so I'm not sure if you can be a part of it, but you can just WhatsApp me, and then I'll get back to you with information that's required. But apart from that, the way me and Yan did, the way it became easier for us to dial and remove the fear of cold calling, to understand what type of offer will work. The way we did it is me and Yan, we used to go on a Google Meet call or a Zoom call. And then what we used to do is like, okay, I'm Mike now. I'll pretend to be a Mike, like a prospect, and Yan will be the cold caller, right? And he will try, hey, ring, okay, I'll pretend my best. I'll give as harsh feedback as I can. I can be like, okay, it did not feel good, right? I will hang up, or I'll be like, oh, fuck off, man, right? So whatever it's required for him to feel, okay, this did not land well. How can I make it better? How can I make it better? And that's how we improved. And so will, yeah, like he will be the prospect, and I'll be the cold caller, right? So that's how we tested out new scripts. How does it feel on a scale of 1 to 10? How comfortable does it feel? How am I sold as a prospect, pretending to be a prospect? If this was my business and someone called me with this, would I say yes to this? If the answer is no, then we improve it, improve it, improve it, work on the delivery, work on adding more relatable stuff so that we can get 10 more seconds, 15 more seconds. That's the practice that you need most. So you can do that either by being a part of a accountability group, or else you can do it by finding people who are like-minded, and then you can do it with them, right? So initially, me and Yan, the way I found Yan is me, Frederick, Leon, Yan, and there was like six other guys. I found them online, and we made a accountability group for us, and that helped us, right? So you can find a community of SMMA owners where everyone is entirely focused on SMMA and making it work, and that will help you tremendously. Like there's nothing that beats that. When you have people looking at one single goal and every day, let's say, like, just for example, like me and Yan, we used to do start calling, and then I would say like, okay, 30 calls done and no meetings booked. I would say and text Yan, what is not working. He would say like, okay, just dial 10 more, try 10 more, and then see how it works. And the next 10 calls, I would find someone who says kind of interested. Okay, let's do 20 more. Then I would get charged up, right? And then let's say I'm not starting the calls. Every day when you start cold calling, it's gonna be a similar journey. You have to overcome some discomfort. Uh, so let's say I'm not starting at the same time every day, and I'm missing it, skipping it for 20 minutes. I'm waiting and no response. And then he will start calling, and then he will tell me, okay, you know what? I booked another meeting. Let's go. It's time for like it's time, man. Right? We cannot just waste time. So that's that motivation, that push you need. Without that, if you do it all by yourself, your environment is not exactly suitable for SMMA, most likely. Otherwise, everyone would have been successful. So you need to be aligned with people who can motivate you, can push you. So yeah, that's what I would say is what you should do. These are the six things that helped me. And if you can find and focus your efforts in the right way, so 20% of your time should be allocated to find the right list. Once you have the list, then you have the name and you know the time when is the right time to call, then you can do less and get more out of it. And probably will you can also be a like in the position that I'm right now in, uh, where collectively me and Ian, we got like 20 meetings booked and we have like 6, 7 sales calls. No show is a big problem right now for us, which I'll be sharing with you once we have that figured out. But yeah, that's it. So if you have any questions, let me know in the comments, and be a part of the accountability group if you want to be a part of it. We are planning to have sales role plays together, cold calling role plays together. We can discuss our pre strategies. We can share testimonials once we have like some momentum going on. We can share testimonials for each other so that their journey can be fast forward, right? And yeah, apart from that, see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.